So Amy, how are you feeling? How's it all going? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel and a very important video today. We've been wanting to film this for a while. Yeah, we're really excited to be filming today and bringing
a big catch up.
A big
needed catch up.
Yeah, so in this video we're going to be talking all things mental health first and foremost. Then we're going to move on to our fitness and physical health update, and also very exciting news about our PT course that we're doing and all about how you guys can access the courses, get 20% off them. We'll also be answering some of your guys' questions about the PT course which we left over on our Instagram. So yeah, I really hope it's a really informative video for you and you enjoy. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down below any other videos you want to see. But this has been a very highly requested video for us to do a chilled Q&A. Let us know your beverage of choice.
Water.
Cheers. So we definitely don't speak about this enough on our channel, but there is a fine line between oversharing, sharing when you're ready, like working through your own working through your own baggage at your own pace. So you shouldn't ever feel pressured, and just because others speak out, like obviously that's amazing, but just do so when you're ready. So I know we do touch a lot in vlogs and stuff like mental health, and we
like to share like when we're having a down day, for example. Obviously it goes a lot further than a down day, but yeah, we like to keep it real. And
we have briefly touched on about counselling and other stuff like that, and different channels of help and support that we do get from mental health. And we are just huge advocates for mental health and positive mental health.
Help. Like not just the mental health systems in place, but also like taking that step.
Regardless of our platform size, we really want to help reduce the stigma around mental illness, mental health support, all things like that, and just do our part. And like if we can chat to you like as friends, as someone you guys can relate to, then big sister vibes, that will really mean something to us. So yeah, let's just get the ball rolling.
Obviously you hopefully have noticed that we're speaking about mental health first, because first things should come first over our actual physical health, but we will get onto our fitness updates. We will
work from the inside out, because if you're not right on the inside, the outside
doesn't matter how many times you're working out. If you're not working out like your brain and your mind and like putting that first, then.
And as well, people can look physically fit, they can like look a certain way, they can look happy, and it's not always the case what goes on in the inside. So we won't go into too much about the background, because we don't want to get bogged down in that, and we want to use this video as like a way forwards and what we're doing to move forwards like in the future, because there's no point going backwards and dwelling on that.
In terms of like my personal, what am I calling it, personal development? That sounds too career-like, too formal, but yeah, just my self-development journey. I've actually started, or well no, 6 weeks. 6 weeks has flown by.
I know.
But 6 weeks ago I decided to start a form of life coaching therapy, which was the best decision I've ever made for myself, because for example a lot of my mental health has stemmed from like a trauma response, and whilst I did get counselling at the time, for me, like at the time it was great and what I needed, but for me looking back, I did not deal with enough, if that makes sense. And it was sort of like me just turning up at a scheduled time of the day to cry. Whereas life coaching, I know it's got quite a stigma, like, I don't know what stigma it's got, but I know bougie, but also like spiritual, and like, but for me it's not been any of that. It's literally been like ways to move forward, like journaling, educating, visualization, like honestly so much good stuff. So yeah, I've fully invested that in myself, like researched it off my own back.
You like hit a turning point, didn't you? You were like, right, I am going to, because you were at the point where you could get counselling again, or you'll finish your
I was
block.
being told, like encouraged by like the uni to go back to like counselling, but I just thought, no, for me that would have been a step backwards if like I went back to the same counselling. For me that's been so positive, and I cannot recommend like doing your own research, but also making use of like the support systems already in place. Like Hol said in vlogs, we've touched upon like counselling appointments, wellbeing appointments, but Loughborough Uni and Reppin Today in particular has so many support channels that you can access. So like each school has a wellbeing advisor that we've both absolutely rinsed. It doesn't help that he's the same guy, bless him. I bet he's thinking, these twins, she's got all the tea. They've got mental health team, like a student support service, and obviously their counselling team. Yes, they have longer wait lists, so this is why I sort of again chose to find my own sort of route at this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, when we have spoke about it on our channel, like that we're off to an appointment, that is just purely based on the fact that we
wanting to normalise it.
We're very much strong believers in that it should be as normal as if you want to improve your physical health, you go and see a PT, and people like shout about that if they're going to a PT. So it should be as normal, like if you want to improve your mental health, that you should be able to just casually say it, whether you're at a really low place or an okay place and you just want to get want to be at an amazing place. Like, it shouldn't take, if more people reached out to get support when they were doing like okay, like before they got to that breaking point, then it would be so much better for everyone's sake. Not to be like, oh, drama, like they're off for counselling. It is purely to just normalise it and help reduce stigma around it, because it is so normal. So from like a psychology background and like degree perspective, like I'm learning about mental health more so in athletes, but also the general public, and I am so interested in it, and that is part of like, as my own like practitioner head on, is I do think mental health should be normalised just as much as physical health. So yeah, anyway, we digress. We do still have very individual journeys, and like I feel like I definitely reached one of my lowest points last year, like towards the end of last year / midway through summer. I remember speaking about it in blogs briefly, like that I was not okay, but I wasn't ready to talk about it, and I did keep saying like I will talk about this more in depth when I'm there. But yeah, I was just really low, and I did seek out GP advice as well as finishing counselling, which I cannot recommend enough. It really benefited me, and even though at the time it was weird, and it is a weird process, especially online, but I did like online, I did get over the barrier of it being online and not like being a bit weird, and it is awkward, and it is an awkward process. It won't be for everyone. Like, this is what I mean, you need to find out what is going to work and help you the most. Aside being on medication, going to my GP and advanced nurse and diagnoses and stuff like that, I finished counselling, and yeah, I'm still on medication now. So yeah, just wanted to normalise that as well, because I feel like not enough people talk about that. Overall, I'm doing a lot better. Like, I can't believe like how well I am doing. Like, it's a lot. It's emotional.
If this is just a reminder or a push for you, if you are sat here watching and you are struggling with whatever, as little or as big, please go get that help. And also please like use this as a reminder to check in on your loved ones. Check in twice, don't just check in once, like how are you doing? Like, actually follow up. Also, I do recommend making notes, or wherever you feel comfortable to do so, like in a journal, to document your mental health. And if you do have things to flag up, because if you're like us and you join your Zoom call or you join your on a great day, yeah, I've just got a coffee, the sun's shining, having a great day, and really
there's things that crop up, and there may be patterns, and you might need to be able to cope with them when it does crop up, which might not be on the call and in that moment in time. There's one thing that I would want to hear, like when I was at my lowest, it would be someone telling me it's not a weakness, like you don't need to feel defeated. And I think at that point I was so defeated, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's me, like why am I having to go through this? And it's like, it
especially when you're already looking after yourself, like as much like as well as we do, like going to the gym, like, you know, like balancing or eating well, sleeping well.
But it can just be like triggered by internal things going on, like burnout, all these different things that, or like you said, trauma that's not been dealt with. So it is really complex, but please never see it as a weakness, and never feel ashamed or embarrassed. Like, feel comfortable and owning it, and just see it that you are putting yourself first and you're taking the steps. And quote of the day, instead of being reactive, you need to change it and channel it into proactive.
Okay, I like that.
So rather than fighting it,
holding fire, because usually always forgets the
I always stumble. But yeah, like rather than being reactive and trying to fight what's going on, just accept, change your mindset, and okay, what can we do about it?
Moving on to more physical health. We've not got a lot going on. I'm not being funny, the gyms have been closed for a while.
Yeah,
a while. Like, the way, like, I'm looking forward to having a barbell on my back. It's not okay.
I was practicing doing deadlifts, like just in the mirror.
Just
I was
in
like,
the kitchen.
what is a deadlift stance? Like, I'm sorry, what is it?
I've definitely been making do with what we've got there, and still like moving our bodies in a way that suits us, that we enjoy, and purely just for movement benefits. As well as, we've not been really aesthetically training, if you like, but
no, I think that's been a big shift for me, is that I just need to accept myself at any point. Like, you need to be able to accept yourself at your best as well as your worst, because otherwise if if you only accept yourself in one form, that's not self-love, that is self-destruction, isn't it? That's what I said to you.
Yeah. And if self-love is too much as well right now, self-like.
Oh, I was going to say self-accept.
No, I got taught that in your affirmations. If you're doing like a, oh my gosh, we've not even touched on journaling. Oh, we're doing a whole series, I'm telling you now. But yeah, going back to fitness-wise.
Yeah.
We have been doing tone and sculpt, just like loosely. I feel like, you know how there's so many gym clothing brands?
Yes.
And obviously we dabble in a few, our favourites. Why is that not the case with apps? Fitness apps? Why do people think you've just got to do one?
There's the guide now.
True.
It's like if you're watching a series on telly, you can still start another series.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's like, what are you gonna be more what's gonna benefit you the most? Like sticking to one thing, consistent wise.
Yeah, that's true. But we have been, I'd say, sticking to tone and sculpt consistently, or a lot more consistently. I'm just loving it. Absolutely loving it. The workouts are incredible. I've never seen a more structured, progressive plan than this, and it keeps on constantly coming. There's challenges as well. Added onto the app so frequently. We just honestly love it. Again, could sit here all day talking about it, but it's really got me through lockdown, and currently doing the 4-week Danielle Wilson program, which is the latest trainer, which is more functional.
I still need to try her.
As well as our tone and school workouts, you'll have noticed on our Instagram, Sunday Run Day. I've officially made a thing. Not that it wasn't already a thing before, but I've really hopped on that trend, and I've just been loving like running, not judging how far or how fast I go, but literally every Sunday for 8 weeks now, 8 weeks straight. I've gone without fail, and it's been really nice because obviously running's the only one. One of few things.
Clap. Sorry, let me do it properly like Ross.
No, that's a sarcastic clap.
No.
But yeah, it's actually been really nice because I've been changing up like who I've been running with. Obviously, it's what you're allowed to do in social.
What? It's like little speed dating over here.
Running's obviously only one of the few activities you have been able to do in lockdown, so I just think it's really nice to challenge yourself. Go check out our Instagram if you want to get involved. There's a little highlight saved, and also we've just recently been starting to post more workout videos. They're back in real format for now, just because I love them. I love making them with the music. I'm getting so passionate about my they take so long.
Yeah, they do.
It's nicely answered.
Okay, so leading on to a very exciting part of today's video is all about our personal training courses and partnership with Ori Gym. So let's begin.
I'm still not. It's
mental. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm currently doing my level 2 and level 3 diploma. We've done, like I said, we've got questions, so we will talk through them because I feel like they're like general FAQs. Yeah. We'll leave everything linked down below. Ori Gym is a leading fitness instructor course provider. They don't just offer fitness courses, they offer nutritional
Guys,
courses.
I have to tell you the story. I signed up to their emailing list back in first year. I was generally going to do my level 3 with them because I've already got my level 2 from years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just a huge pinch me moment because I genuinely believe we've manifested this. We definitely have.
100%.
So yeah, we're so grateful to be working with them, and it's all thanks to your guys' support as well for giving us this opportunity.
So I'm just getting up the questions ready. First up is, do you have to do your level 2 before your level 3? So the answer is yes, you do. There isn't a level 1, you all start on level 2. Weird. Confusing.
Not complaining, because that's
not complaining.
You know, you're up the ladder.
Once you've completed your level 2, you can then access level 3. Ori Gym basically either offer the courses separately or they do a package deal, so you can do both of them, have more savings plus our discount if you were to use it. But we'll leave all the links down to costing wise down below because they have really in-depth payment schemes.
They also don't just stop at level 3. Level 4 exists, which is more specialised, and they also do a range of like CPD courses as well, which I just love because you can get like upskilled in a few different areas, nutrition, like weight management, etc, etc.
I was also asked, how does the learning work online? So, and how are you assessed? So there's obviously, it may vary for provider, but obviously we can speak from our experience. So at the minute we're both studying online part-time, and it's really engaging, interactive, and you work.
So many resources.
So many resources.
The font, can we appreciate the font?
The font's really
the font's
nice, isn't
so
it?
easy to read, and
you can either do like interactive content overviews to help learn. You can make your own flashcards, and there's like the downloadable resources as well. You also get a tutor as well, so you're not just like literally listening to someone. You get written feedback from an actual tutor that's more personalised to you with some of the quizzes. And so for the level 2, there's 8 modules. Roughly takes about 6 to 8 weeks apparently if you do it part-time. So obviously we're doing it definitely part-time alongside placement and uni.
There's the theory side and then the practical assessment side with both courses. Like Cole said, we're doing all our online learning first and the assessment for the theory-based exams, but then come COVID-free world, when the gyms reopen, we'll be able to go take our practical assessments because they have locations all across the UK, which we just love, so we don't need to trek down to London. We can just pick the nearest one, which is really handy.
I think what's really important for us is that, well, obviously Amy's had a lot of experience teaching and coaching girls, and from her level 2, I will definitely want to get in-person experience. I don't just want to do this online course and leave it at that and go straight into coaching people, because I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I think you're really going to learn and make the most of your qualification is if I listened to this podcast by Alice Living, and she was like, get your hands on bodies. She's like, that is what I can recommend. Like all these personal trainers just doing crash courses then going out into the world. No, they need body experience.
It's like driving lessons have the crash course.
Yeah, you
don't
won't just
they?
do the theory and then get in a car. Like you'd go out practicing with your mum. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm going to be practicing on mum before I'm coaching any of you guys. We will leave all the links, like we said, down below for any of, if you guys are interested. And yeah, if it's something you've been thinking about, definitely just go for it. It's a huge investment, but it is an investment in yourself, and once you've got the qualification, you've got it for life. So for anyone who is interested or wants to know more, we'll, like we said, we'll link everything down below. Feel free to message us and use our code TJTwins20, which will get you 20% off any of their courses. We actually have a class to get to for Training Gain right now, a stretching class, so we're going to end the video here. If we have missed out any of your questions, feel free to comment below, or like we said, DM us. But yeah, really hope you've found this video useful and comforting. Really hope you're doing okay. Send you all a massive hug. It's just one of those days, I just need a hug.
I know. Where's Yoki?
Let's get her in here.
Actually,
let's get her in here. On a more serious note, we just want to say a massive thank you to all of you guys for allowing us to create this safe space where we feel comfortable talking about these issues and our lives.
Opportunities.
Opportunities.
Let's see that, not issues.
They're not issues, yeah.
Journey.
They're not diagnoses, they're discoveries.
Love that.
Love that. Okay, right.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in our next video.